Hey everybody, it's Neil Myers from WineExpedition.com, and I'm coming to you from Pinot Days in Santa Monica, California. A very exciting event. We're very excited to be here, and we're very excited to be here with Anna Keller. How are you, Anna?
I'm doing very well. Thank you, Neil. Good to see you too.
Anna Keller of Keller Estates. I actually got to meet Anna a couple nights ago at a tasting at K&L Hollywood, which is very cool. And I said I'd be back, and here we are. So tell the viewers about Keller Estate.
Hi, Keller Estate is located in Petaluma, which is part of the Sonoma AVA, Sonoma Coast AVA. We're on the southernmost tip of Sonoma Coast AVA, which is one of the largest AVAs in California.
Sure.
One of the benefits of the Petaluma Gap region is that there's a gap in the mountains in Bodega Bay that brings in a lot of fog. So although we're not technically out on the coast comes to us with all the fog that gets pulled into the coast.
That's what you said at K&L. We talked about the fact that the very coastal properties, the fog, they're in it. They're in the soup. But you're saying where you are, the fog comes to you.
It comes to us, it stays there, and then it moves on. So sometimes a lot of the properties that are out on the coast, they're so high up, they're above the coast, we just get it flat, smack in our face.
Nice. So
today we're tasting 3 of our wines, 2006 and 2007 vintage, which is something that's very nice for consumers because they get a chance to see the difference between 2 vintages.
And same vineyard but 2 different years.
Same vineyard but 2 different years.
And do you guys only do Pinot?
We do Pinot, Chardonnay, and Syrah.
But this isn't Chardonnay days or Syrah days, so we're not going to drink those.
And we do a little bit of Chardonnay too, and nobody really cares about doing a Chardonnay today.
Okay, that's right. Only Pinot today. Only Pinot. So what do I have in my glass? What are we starting with?
You have the 2006 La Cruz Vineyard Pinot Noir. All of the wines that we make come from fruit grown on our property. Keller Estate is the first and foremost a grower, so we grow over 300 tons of fruit a year. We sell about half of that fruit. We've got a beautiful list of clients that add to our reputation. We sell fruit to Flowers, Landmark, Katz & Hall, and some of the fruit, you'll see La Cruz Vineyard on some special bottlings that they have. So for us, it's been very important to develop the personality of the vineyard also on its own.
So you're a grower first and foremost.
And then a winery.
And then a winery.
The beautiful thing of our tasting room, it's right in the property. You've got the vineyard, you've got the winery. We do a tour of both the winery and the tasting room.
Okay.
And we're on very close to 101. So for it, it's much more easily accessible. The first thing you ask is not, where's the bathroom?
Right. Fair enough. All right, so this is again the
2006 La Cruz Vineyard Pinot Noir.
Okay, let's go. Nice nose, nice intense nose. I mean, I didn't even get my face up to the glass and it was already...
2006 was a very interesting vintage. When we bottled it, it just didn't have the beautiful aromas it has. And I think that just shows you how much bottle aging is important. It really has integrated a lot better with time. And it's got a very nice spicy nose. It has a lot of rose petals. So it's kind of a very complex in different senses.
Nice length too. I mean, it's nice finish.
For me at Keller Estate, as the guardian of the family property, I need to wake up 20 years from now and be able to recognize the wines that we have. So I need to be very true to what we can grow constantly on the property. I try to do elegant and restrained wines because I do feel that this elegance and this restraint is going to help 20 years from now. Whoever's the winemaker, hopefully one of my sons, is going to be able to come back to that and show us where we can go.
That's fantastic. Really nice fruit. This is a very big spit bucket.
It is a very big spit bucket. Fit for Pinot Days.
Yeah. All right, moving on. What are we tasting next?
Next, we'll be tasting the 2007 El Coro Vineyard Pinot Noir. This is really a testament to patience. We planted this block in 2000, and it was a very academic block. Our
cameraman tastes too, by the way, just so we're clear.
He needs to know what we're shooting, doesn't
Absolutely.
he? And
as long as things are in focus, you know what I'm saying?
The goal for this, every year I kept asking the winemaker, can we bottle it on its own? Can we bottle it on its own? And as we came to discover, site trumps clone. And we have a lot of clones planted in this vineyard. And people are always talking with Pinot Noir about clones and how important it is. And what we found is that site is more important than the actual clone that you have. And how you blend those, sometimes we co-ferment the clones so that we get more complexity from fermentation. We don't keep everything very sanitary and very independent. We bring them together when they're perfectly right. So in 2007, this is the first time we've ever bottled this Pinot Noir. Finally, the winemaker said, yes, let's go ahead and bottle it.
all the elements, weather, worked in the favor. This property could be bottled by itself.
Yes.
That's pretty wild. And prior, it's just been part of the blends.
It's just been part of the blends.
It has a gentler nose, a little less intense.
It's more of a soft, subtle wine. It's a lot about texture.
I would use the word understated, but not in a bad way. While the previous wine was a bit bolder, this is a little bit more sort of understated. But it's got, am I wrong to think that this acidity means it's going to age well? I mean, it feels like this is the one that could put away for a while. Is that true?
I think you could age it. You know, not only was it 2007 a wonderful vintage, and I think we should be aging the wines a little bit longer, but the natural acidity that we have, which comes from the heavy clay soils, you know, soils is a way to, the soil really also gives you a lot of way to retain acid. And so the acidity in this wine, I think, is going to be beautiful, both with food and with time.
I'm constantly, I was talking to somebody about this earlier, the equal parts of art and science and winemaking, and all these things that the winemaker and you as a property owner are juggling. Okay, we've got these clones, we've got this site that gets certain weather, oh, but that soil, I mean, all these are things that will affect when you pick the wine, whether or not the wine could be in a bottle by its own, or if it needs to be part of a blend. I mean, it's a deck of cards. I mean, it's a lot going on.
It's a deck of cards, and funny that you should say it, because we do know what we want from the La Cruz vineyard. It's to showcase what the entire property is, whereas El Coro is really trying to focus on what a particular block, how complex we are. And the last wine that we're going to be tasting, the Precioso Pinot Noir, is where I let the artistic... Precioso, as in precious.
That's right.
Where we let the winemaker's artistic ability just shine through. I thank the winemaker for all the focus he keeps on these two wines by allowing her to choose whatever 3 barrels she just really loves.
So this is her chance to kind of do her thing.
Her thing, to just forget a little bit about the science and just go all heart for it.
Nice. So within, at Keller Estates, you've got a percentage of the grapes that you wind up selling off. Then you keep a percentage for yourself to make wine. Then the winemaker takes her little bunch and makes her own little
it's like
bottle.
Choosing her 3 best students of the year.
Nice.
You know, from the beginning, she's seeing what wines fermented well, how they fermented, what barrels are tasting nicely, and at the end of the day, she chooses the 3 barrels that kept, outdoing themselves year in, year out.
These are the excellent, well-behaved grapes. They get to be in this bottle.
And they get to come to Pinot days.
Again, the nose is a little bit less intense than the first one, but I'm getting a little bit of spiciness in the nose.
I have to say, the only thing we do as the winemaker is that this wine is meant to be aged. It's a collector's item. Okay. And all collectors tend to keep their things for longer than most consumers. So this wine has a little bit more structure, which will help it age a lot better. So you can taste it. It's 2006, but it's very youthful. It's got nice tannins, but they're still very chewy.
Definitely getting those chewy tannins, and it's just a bright, but it's quality. I mean, like you said, you could tell that you could put this away. My biggest problem is I don't have the patience to put things away. I want to, hey, let's open that bottle and let's have it now. Come on. But this is one you can put away for 5
or 7 years.
Wow.
You should.
What are the price points also before we sign off here?
42, 52, and 75.
Fantastic. And obviously, if someone's interested in buying, they can come to your website and purchase the wine there.
They can come to the website and purchase the wine, or we're open for tours and tastings over the weekends, Thursday to Sunday. So they can come by and drop, and we'll show you the wines. We'll show you the Chardonnay and the Pinot Noir, and a little bit of Syrah.
So there you go. When you make it up to Sonoma next time, make sure you stop by Keller Estates and see Anna. Until then, I'm Neil Myers from WineExpedition.com. Cheers.